Milan hit sparkling 199 to give Yorkshire the reins. David Milan marked his return to Yorkshire with a dominant batting display. Unbeaten overnight with 100 to his name, his partnership with Gary Ballance had almost made a mockery of Sussex's display before them, the hosts now within touching distance of their visitors' total and with 8 wickets in hand. But Sussex were finally able to separate the pair early on day 3. Ballance, unable to join his partner on 100, caught behind off the bowling of Jack Carson. Harry Brook proved himself to be a more than able replacement. He picked up the baton from Ballance and established another solid partnership for Yorkshire. The two accelerated. They sped their way past 300 runs with ease. The ropes were taking a pummeling. It wasn't long before Sussex's total was left in their dust. These two were putting on a real show for the Yorkshire faithful, and it took them to a 50 partnership, the runs shared off 66 balls. 350 runs were quickly put up on the board, and before long, both men were on the cusp of big milestones. Brook would fall 1 run short of his 50, a wicket for Atkins, the number 5 strangled down the leg side. Milan wouldn't be so cruelly denied. Ibrahim turned around the corner for 4 and he had moved to 150, the mark reached off 227 balls. It was plain sailing for Yorkshire, on the cusp of 400 runs when they reached lunch, the score 392 for 4. They were on to 400 shortly after the break, Sussex up against it with Milan and Bess looking serene in the middle, but that's when Bess would depart. Mika found his edge, the spinner out for 8. Milan and Duke kept up the attack. The pair took their side to 450, the lead now edging towards 150 runs. The Yorkshire number 3 just needed one more for his double 100, but wouldn't be able to get there. His incredible knock finally brought to an end by Jack Carson. He collapsed to the ground when the ball clattered his stumps. What an agonising time for him to go. Duke and Thompson were a solid pair. Even though they'd lost the star of the match so far, they were unmoved and ticked Yorkshire up to 500 runs together. Their side's lead now heading towards 200. With their total in the clouds, Duke had some fun. Haynes ramped for 4, the young keeper now just 1 shot away from his 50, and it would be another unorthodox one to get him there. Scored off Travis Head, and he'd gone to his second half-century in 3 first-class matches. Yorkshire reached tea with the score 534 for 6. Runs not an issue, the lead's 221. Just 4 sessions remained in the game. Duke was out straight after tea. Atkins found his pads, and the keeper had to trudge off with 54 to his name. Atkins then had Thompson, caught by Mika. Sussex seemingly taking the decision of when to stop batting out of Yorkshire's hands. The hosts passed 550 runs, but they'd lose another man soon after. Patterson tamely handed a catch back to Jack Carson. The young guns were taking over. Another teenager brought the innings to a close. A great delivery from Atkins beat Code's defences and handed the bowler his maiden first-class fifer, a just reward for his efforts. A quite fantastic innings from Yorkshire had been built on the back of David Milan, 199 for the top-ranked T20 batsman in the world. He proved he can do it in the longer format too. Duke continues to impress. His 50 was full of invention, and in a match marked by youthful endeavour, it was nice to see Atkins rewarded with 5 for 98. Haynes and Orr had quite a task on their hands and got themselves off to a patient start. They were in no rush. It meant that after 20 overs they'd added just 26 runs to their total. Preservation through to the close the clear target. And they'd be successful in that. The opening partners still together at the close, the score 38 for none, and a long day ahead if they were to frustrate their hosts.